Hawaii is a wonderful place. I mean, I grew up in Maine where right now it tends to stay at about 35 below plus wind chill. And what that does is somewhat constrict one's lifestyle unless one is really into snow and skiing and all that kind of stuff, which I like, but I don't like to the point of fanaticism. So Hawaii, when you look at it, actually, there's a deep link, and this is an important question because there's a deep link between the kind of environment that Hawaii has and our ancient heritage. We all came from the Savanna, and that's why one of the reasons I came up with the title for the book, The Last Savanna, because we're losing the last things, the last true environment that we had on Earth. And that savanna was a lifestyle in terms of temperature very similar to what Hawaii is like. It was a moderate, very temperate climate, a certain amount of rain, and we can tell exactly how much rain from the paleontological records, as a matter of fact. But what it means is that you're in a more natural place. You don't need clothes. You can wear just a few clothes or whatever turns you on. You don't need shoes. You don't need socks. You're kind of living with the earth close to your skin, which is a really nice feeling. And sure, I might live here part-time, but I can't live without other places too. I can't live without spending part of my life in France, for instance. So I do love being here part-time. Hawaii is a wonderful place. It's being destroyed at a very fast rate, unfortunately, which is what my book, Saving Paradise, was all about, the one we had on the earlier book trip. But it is a wonderful place to live part-time. I love it. France is a deep human heritage of many fine attributes, whether you talk about living wisely, whether you talk about natural beauty, whether you talk about a sense of history, whether you talk about a cohesion among people, whether you talk about a high level of literacy and awareness and concern about the world, whether you talk about food and wine, the best food and wine in the world by far. France is, if I had to say the country that's impacted me the most, it would be France, and also, of course, the French literature. Camus, Sartre, Malraux, so many extraordinary writers are French. And my latest favorite is Irene Demirovsky, who actually grew up in Russia, but became a French citizen and a best-selling French novelist in the 1930s before she was taken to Auschwitz and killed. So, yeah, France is an extraordinary place.